everybody. I'm not Laurie. Welcome to Unique in the Creek, and my name is Karen, and Laurie asked me if I'd do a video for her, and I said absolutely. So when you come on and say hi, just make sure you say hi so I can find you, because that's kind of key. Let me see here. It's hard to go on like somebody else's page, but I think I can do it. I think I can. All right, let's see. Come on, say hi. So if somebody says hi, I can find you easier. Let's see. There we go. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's go to this. That's why I come on a little bit earlier, because I'm not tech savvy, so it can be a little bit difficult. Yeah, but you know what? I found us. So, come on so we can get going. Because this takes a minute or two, but we can do it together. Good morning, I see ya. Hi, hey everybody, I see ya. Yay, we're good to go. Good morning, good morning. Look at all my peeps in here. Hey guys, all unique people I don't know. Welcome to Unique in the Creek. We're gonna make a wreath. Excited to see what you got planned. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, are you ready? We're going to key it up and we're ready to go. Welcome to Unique in the Creek. My name is Karen from Creations by Karen. And Laurie asked me if I would come on and do my most popular wreath of the fall season, and that is a Scarecrow wreath. So, we ready? Going to be fabulous. Thanks, Tina. Bet you say that to everybody. Okay, so you're going to need a couple, well, quite a few things, but this is all stuff that Laurie has in her shop. And you can go to uniqueinthecreek.com and get a lot of this stuff. So you're going to start out with a character board. This is what it looks like. I've already loaded and everything. But this you can get at Unique in the Creek, and you can get vinyl that goes on this, and it's great. Hey everybody, so happy to see you too. And then I put the Scarecrow face vinyl on it. And go to Unique in the Creek, look under vinyl, and I think there's like 3 or 4 if you just type in Scarecrow vinyl, you'll be able to find it. Scarecrow vinyl. Now when you're putting this on your wreath, and this I'm telling you this because it's important, and I've wrecked some vinyl. Just letting you know, if you listen to this, you are going to be able to do this. So it comes on a paper thing. And I have one like handy, but you peel this part off and you make sure it's centered on your wreath. I know this is backwards for you. I'm sorry. I'm not tech savvy. And you place it down right in the center. And that's key. You don't want it to be off center. Put it in the center and then take something. And what I do is, I got this at my local Dollar Tree, and Laurie has some stuff at Unique in the Creek that you can buy that makes it a little bit easier. But when you add a little water to this, just a little, not a lot, water, you can, oh yeah, okay, thanks. Tina, by all means, jump on and tell me stuff that I haven't already said. Take this, or a squeegee, or whatever, and then make sure you put water on it, and then you're just going to cover it with something, and I use like a paper towel, and just start in the middle and just come around. So get all the air bubbles though, because the last thing you want is air bubbles. But you know what? You're going to get air bubbles, especially if you're kind of new to wreath making. Air bubbles are kind of is my nemesis, but I just take like a straight pen and poke the center of the air bubble. Gone. Good morning, good morning. Okay. Anyways, and then I put some zip ties in it, and I use 6-inch zip ties. Laurie has them at Unique in the Creek. please use those. They're great. And what you're going to do is you're going to put a zip tie in each of these outside holes. Then they're going to come through the center. Does that make sense? In through the outside piece and in through the center. And you want to make sure, like if you look at the zip tie, see how there's that bump? You want to make sure that it's always facing down, because when you put a zip tie in, and this is the correct way to, or the incorrect way to do it. See that bump? And you try to go in that outside, in through the bump, it's not going to stay. It won't stay. But if you go through the center with the bump facing down, it'll go in through here. And you'll hear click, and that's what you want. Anyways, I've loaded all my zip ties already, because you know this would take a long time. Laurie Franklin. Hey girlfriend, nice chatting to you last night. She makes me laugh. Okay, so there's my board already done. Vinyl's placed, zip ties are in, and I did add a hanger. Look. And I used the 2 holes at the top to put the hanger in, and just make it about 1.5 inches and 2 inches. Good job, Laurie. Laurie, I just started. How can you say good job? I just started. It could go really bad, or it could be good. But just put a thumbs up if I'm doing okay. All right, so that's done. That's prepared and ready to go. And if you want to put something on the back, if you're going to be selling these at a craft show, or you can just put your logo on the back. Laura's is down here, unique in the creek, made in Canada. And yes, I live in Canada. I live about 2 hours from Laurie. Oh, explaining. Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to put that there for a second. Okay. Now you can also go to Unique in the Creek, and they've got all sorts of vinyl. I don't like to use poly burlap for this. It's just too stiff, I think. I like to use more of a deco mesh, but a heavier. Laurie, you might want to help me out on this. This is what I'm using. And I'm just using this because I had it in my stash. And I want to use it up, because it's not the best mesh. But I got this last year at Michael's. And it's 19 feet by, I think it's 9.5 inches. Laurie's, I think, is 30 feet, considerably larger, and 10 inches. She lives where Lolly goes to university in London, where I live. Okay, so you're gonna, so if you're cutting burlap type mesh, and I'm telling you this because of experience, it just frays like the dickens. But this is a scarecrow, and scarecrows, they're out in the wild, and so they fray, so it works. So you're going to cut this. I cut mine at 10 inches. You can cut this however long you want. I'm just going with 10 inches because that works for me. So with this mesh, I've laid it down, and this is going to be approximately 10 inches. And I've made quite a few of these because I tell you, this is my most popular autumn wreath that I sell. Scarecrow. Why? No idea. Everybody loves the scarecrow. Morning. Okay, distraction. Okay, so what I found the easiest thing to do is just take some scissors, and I'm going to cut this about a foot, like 12 inches. You could, it's in centimeters in Canada, but I don't know. I'm old, so it's foot for me. So 12 inches. And I like to go, see this white stuff here? I'm just going to go in between here. And try to use good scissors. Of course, the ones I picked aren't great, but they're working, so that's good. Just cut them like that. I'm going to cut 2 because I'm going to show you the fold for 2 of them. Put that aside. Let's do another one. What do you price them at? Well, I live in Canada, so so I would say probably, and it's kind of the same thing here. I would say probably sell anywhere from $50 to $70, depends on where you live. Like in London, we could probably sell them for $65. Toronto would be a little bit more expensive. And then in other areas of the province, it wouldn't sell well at $60, so you might have to lower your price. Depends on where you live. But you have to take into consideration what you've put into it when you decide you're going to sell it. And of course, the other costs that comes with it, you know, like if you're selling it on Etsy, you just add in what they're going to charge you. Does that help? Okay, I got my 2 pieces of mesh. Once again, this is Michael's mesh. I would say probably don't use this. Just order it from Laurie at uniqueinthecreek.com, and you can get all the stuff in here except for the hat right now. Laurie apparently tells me that her snowman kits are coming sometime this month. Laurie, I don't remember what she told me, but it's close. Make sure you have some clothes pegs handy. And I just get these at my local dollar store. I think Dollarama in Canada. We have several I would like to say high-end, but they're not high-end dollar stores. But there's 2 dollar stores, Dollar Tree, Dollarama, and those are where I get most of my products. You're waiting for the dang hat, yeah? Okay, I'm showing you the fold. Pay attention. I'll do it twice for you. Have something to weight the one end. Don't worry about fray. Don't worry about it. It's a scarecrow. Every scarecrow has fray. And what I like to do is about 1 inch. Fold it in about 1 inch. Do it one more time and one more time. 3 times. Okay, then take your clothes peg. Place it on the center of that fold you've made. Turn it around. We have Dollar Tree and Dollarama. Our Dollar Tree is not as good as the US. That's very true. Laurie. Okay, fold in about 1 inch. Do it 2 more times. 1, 2. Now you have space between here. And just ruffle that between the 2. Take your clip off. And then you're going to have your fold. Kind of looks like a bow tie. What do you think? Think you can do this? I'll show you again. Here you go. Get your 11-inch long piece of mesh. Put something to weight it on one end. On the other end, make a fold 1 inch and make 2 more folds the same size. And this is purely inspirational. Okay, people? You don't have to do it this way. I'm just showing you just to inspire you to do this. So, make a fold about 1 inch. And then make another fold and 1 more. And between the 2 rough curls you've got, just curl it up. Take your clip off. Whoops. Put it in the center. Okay. All right. Okay, y'all got that fold thing? Thumbs up if you got the fold. You really miss her and Anthony. Oh, Anthony came and painted. Much to his chagrin. Okay, get this back. And I've already gone ahead and made them. How many are you going to need? I'm going to need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 31, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 31. Yeah, 31. Okay, this is the fun part. I'm not sure I've seen you. Why, I'm new. Newbie. Okay, you ready to go? Let's make this wreath, okay? All right, I like to start at the top. That's just me. You don't have to. I'm OCD. I like to start at the same place every time. And that's because I have one here. The other one, I don't put anything in because my hat's going to cover it. Don't have to do that. Just a waste of mesh. Good morning. Take your mesh that you folded, place it in the center. Make sure it's centered. Okay? Just flip this up so it's in the center. Place it in the center of your zip tie. And close your zip tie tight. Like that. You can take a pair of needle nose pliers and pull it tight. And then just take something to cut your tie wrap off. Of course, it's not going to work. No. I'm having a moment. Where are my... Here we go. Hello, Karen. Yep, Creations by Karen. I do tutorials every Sunday morning. I have a YouTube channel too. I don't know, Laurie, did you do that? Karen is awesome and fun. You're just saying that. We've had some laughs, Laurie. Take another one. And I'm going to put all these in with you. We can have a chat while we're doing it. Place it down in the center, if you can. If you have a problem, and you know what, if you pull this zip tie, it'll move if it's the one you want. Place it down. Take your needle nose pliers, pull it. Take a pair of scissors. Thanks, Tina. Take another one. I've got a whole bucket here. Make it close. And I'll show you what I mean by fray with this mesh. And that's why I don't really like to use it, but I had it. So I'm trying to use up some stuff. Because let me tell you, if you're a crafter like I am, you have way too much stuff. Will you ever use it? Probably not. But I'm trying to use as much as I can before going out and buying more. Good morning, Wanda. Okay, put it in, flip it off. Now I made these a couple of nights ago when Laurie asked me to do this. So they're all here, sitting in here. My cat's been playing with them. I have a cat. Her name is Lexi. She's a Maine Coon. Somewhat evil on certain days. She doesn't like a lot of people. Sometimes she doesn't like me, but she knows where her food comes from. She's smart. Good morning, Pamela. Just go ahead. And if you're just stopping in because you've got a notification that I'm doing a live on Laurie's page, you can certainly just follow along and go back and watch what you missed. Come to the center. Place it down. Zip it closed. Hello from Delaware. Delaware, Ontario, Canada. Or the States. The state of Delaware. We have a Delaware that's, it's a little town. It's about 15 minutes for me. Repay will be out. Yeah, thanks. Just cut it off. And you know, you don't have to use this. You can get one of those clipper things. I had this handy. You can use whatever you like. Just if you know, you can do it. See what I mean? My cat got into it. Look at the fray. She's evil some days. If she doesn't get what she wants, she torments things. Gets into Craft Central, which is what I call my craft room. And she just plays havoc down here. But I tell you, the one thing that she loves most of everything, is foam. Anything that's foam. Whoops. Pull it nice and tight. Make sure it's centered. Did I do that? Sometimes I forget. And just come around and tighten all these up. And And this works up really fast. And I did one on a wireframe to see how it would turn out. And I had to place a face on a board and tack it down onto the frame. Like, it was just too much work. Too much work. Just use the one from Unique in the Creek. This came out. No problem, I'll fix it. It's just a lot easier. I got no time for this. I have a job. I have a child. Well, he's not a child. He's old. Make wreaths. I do all sorts of stuff, not just wreaths. But today it's just focusing on the wreath. I'm trying to focus here. Thanks, Tina, for answering all their questions when I can't. And Laurie. Because I get distracted. Then things go crazy. Yeah, I'm not a pretend person, as Laurie says. I'm kind of me, and this is how I do it. And I haven't always been made wreaths. Probably 5 or 6 years. I guess when COVID started. So I had a page, and I work at the hospital, and a lot of my friends don't work at the hospital, but some do. And they had to stay home because of COVID. So they asked me to please go on my page and make stuff so they're not bored. And I said, no. But got conned into it. Just cut off any loose end you have here. Remember, it's a scarecrow. They're supposed to be frayed. We'll be doing this I do it every Sunday, actually. I go live every Sunday on my Facebook page. But if you go to my YouTube channel, I post them all there. They're easier to find. Okay, just take your mesh and place it down. And I just pull the one end of the zip tie so I know which one I'm pulling. You're just saying that, Laurie. Laurie and Dave have come up. I used to have a booth at the Western Fair District Market here in London. And Laurie and Dave came up one day and surprised the heck out of me. It was awesome. We had a good day. So I think it's really important to support your other crafters. They're not doing exactly what you're doing. So just make sure that you support the other people that do what you do. And that goes along with doing craft shows. Creations by Karen is my Facebook page, and also Creations by Karen on YouTube. And I'm just me. I could never be any more than me. And what sometimes I do is put the tie wraps in backwards, like I've done here. So you just take your clip, place it back on your mesh, take your zip tie out. Why does this one want to come out? It's backwards too. I must have been having a moment. We all have them. We all make mistakes. That's just a part of learning. Part of making stuff is just making mistakes and learning by your mistakes. There we go. Hi guys. How's it going? Okay. Back to square one here. And I've made this wreath for they're all a little bit different. But I've been making the Scarecrow wreaths, I think probably for 3 years anyway. But you know what? They sell out every year. I don't know. So I keep making them. And people want them. Always make sure you have some place to put your clothes pegs. Otherwise, they're everywhere in my craft room. Take this, place it down. Try to be in the center if you can. We're almost halfway. Yeah, Laurie is going to be getting Scarecrow kits. And this is one I'm going to show you if you're making this without a kit. Because you can buy everything except the hat at Unique in the Creek. Because that's, I think, what Laurie's waiting for is the hat. That's why it's delayed slightly. Am I correct, Tina? Laurie? It's the hat that's causing the kits to be late this year. So if you want to get on the bandwagon, because I've already sold a lot of these. I think I've sold 8 or 9. So people are already here thinking about fall. It feels a little fallish right now. It's raining. Yeah, I got the witch hat that you see up there is tomorrow morning on my Facebook page. That will be transferred to YouTube. But if you want to see how I made that, and I don't use Unique in the Creek frames for that. Sorry, Laurie. Yeah, it's like, I don't know about where you live, but Halloween is insane here. People are crazy for Halloween. All right. Going forward, we're almost there. Halfway anyway. Make sure you get the center part going on here. Once again, this is purely inspirational. You don't have to do the way I'm doing it. Just make it your own. And I think that's one thing that is important, is that if you put your own spin on it. I know that Laurie does a lot of wreaths, and Michelle does the same ones, and they look totally different. Because they each have put their own spin on it. Halloween has gotten so much popular since the pandemic. It's very true, Laurie. It's not my favorite time of year. I like the little kids when they come, when they're little. They don't say anything, they just hold up their Halloween bag or the little pumpkin they're carrying around. It's great. We don't have a lot of little kids in my area. We mostly have the teenagers that come at like 9 o'clock at night. Not a Halloween person. Yeah, I like the little ones. I always used to use Halloween to change over my booth to Christmas from fall. I guess I'll be handing out Halloween candy this year. So you don't have to make these even either. I do, but you don't have to. It takes a little bit more time. Yep. But it just makes me happier. They come at 10 o'clock? That's nuts. Like the little ones come as soon as it gets dark. What about in your area? Do they come early? Like what time do the trick-or-treaters come at your house? Okay, that zip tie is backwards. The older kids. Yeah. I watched an older kid, and I learned this. So by about, I don't know, about 7 o'clock, because it's quite dark here. Hi, Virginia. About 7 o'clock, I just put the candy bowl out on my porch and just say, help yourselves. Remember the next person. I watched, and I could see the front porch from my front door, or from my front window. And I just watched a young boy, probably 13 or 14-year-old, pick up the bowl and dump it into his bag. I think he had a pillowcase. Luckily, I had more. Anyways, I don't know if he wasn't getting some to eat. I think if you need it that bad, go ahead and take it. Really? We're coming to the end, people. I'm saying that I still have a few more to do. So that one doesn't have a zip tie in it. And why is that? So Lexi will grab these if it's just sitting on my craft table. And she'll pull the zip tie out and run with it. Good morning. From Hamilton. Where do you get? Oh, okay. Missed that. Tina, can you answer that? Sorry, Tina. Focused here. So I don't do this for a living. I have a job. So I try to get as much done as I can in the evening. Because it certainly isn't something I can do during the day. But I just like making stuff. And I don't just make wreaths. I make lots of stuff. So my YouTube channel and my Facebook page aren't just wreaths. That's what I like to do though. But I think it's important, or what I found important, especially at the craft shows that I do, because I do sort of well-established craft shows that have been around for years. I could do the big one at the Western Fair Market, or not the Western Fair, the Agriplex, which is the London Christmas craft show. And they know every year I'm going to come up with something different, because I think that's important. So if you bring different wreaths, that's great. But you have to have something for the people that just can't put a wreath on their door. I know a lot of people tell me that if they live in apartments, that they're reluctant to put a wreath on because they've had wreaths go missing. So you price your wreaths that they can afford, but you'll also have to remember that if it has to be replaced, they can do that. And I think for apartments, rails are good. Cambridge, that's an hour from me. I want to go to that this year. I won't be going away. Well, Laurie, you can come and hang out in my booth. You'll let Dave shop and you can hang out. Well, you can shop first and then hang out. It's fun. It's 4 days. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I would say probably my busiest day, well, it's Saturday, of course, because there's like everybody that's working during the week have to come on Saturday or Sunday. But for the older people that come, Thursday's the day that is most busy for me, because they want to get first pick of everything. You can hang out with me, Laurie. We've hung out at the market. It's fun. And Anthony is, when I was at the market, I did tutorials with Anthony. Anthony makes candles at the market. And it just goes to show, and the reason I had him do lives with me is to show that anybody can make a wreath. You just have to use products that are easily, like Unique in the Creek has the boards that make this just so easy and quick. I only had an hour to make wreaths at the market in the morning on Sundays, and even Anthony can do it. And he did lives just when I was on vacation and made a wreath. So if Anthony can do it, anybody can do it. Oh. We're coming to the end here, people. This is really good. What's our time? Like, it's taken us half an hour and I've been chatty. But we're still doing it. I only have 6 more to put in. Perfect. Do I have 6 in here? Hope so. You know, it's fun. I go up to the market still and visit my friends. I had to give up my space at the market because I had a bit of a stroke in April. I'm recovering though. And I can still make wreaths. I can still make wreaths. Some people say I'm very chatty. Yeah. I have to talk to people for a living, so I'm chatty. Is this a large board? It's a character board. It's different than a large board. The center's not filled in with holes. Thank you, Sandy. Okay. Almost done here, people. I need 4 more. Do I have 4? I do. I have 4. A little bit of a stroke. Well, I'm trying to downplay it. Here's the thing. You never know what somebody's going through. Oh, that's the wrong one. See? Oh, maybe it's not. Nope, it's right. What do you do at the hospital? Well, I worked in the operating room for 35 years. I know, it's a long time. And I specifically worked in the operating room because I didn't like talking to people. Not that I don't like people, but I didn't want to have to talk to them. And doing nursing on the floor, you know, you have to talk to them. So there's not a lot of talking done in the operating room except for the surgeons, really, when they're asking for instruments. Like, it's not a chatty place. And I really loved it. And then I tried, keyword, to retire. And got talked out of that. And they told me to work, they asked me if I would work research. Well, research involves, especially when you're dealing with patients in research, clinical trials and things, that involves talking to people. So that was a challenge initially, but you know what? I love it, and I still do it. So now I run clinical research trials for colon cancer, colon rectal cancer, liver cancer, pancreas cancer, and then I'm also doing a trial for the Department of Radiology because they didn't have a person. So I got recruited into that, and I've been trying to retire. It's not going well. Okay, this is the last one. Last one going in. You know what? We each have our own little thing that we do. It's not amazing. It's just what I did for a lot of years. Nursing was fun. My mom was a nurse, so... Okay. And, okay, this is all my mesh is put in. Look. I'm going to fluff it. So just come around and fluff. And you have, like if you have excess fray, just cut it off. Like it just like, this looks so cute. But remember that scarecrows have fray. If they're old, sitting out in a field, scaring away crows. He's pretty cute. I like him. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the hat briefly. So I got this. I've cut it in half, but I got this at my local Dollar Tree. It's just a summer straw cut kind of hat. Not great quality, but I'm just cutting it up anyway, so I can get 2 hats out of this. So I just cut it a little bit closer or farther away than half. You don't want to cut. I'll show you what I mean. Having a moment. So this is a different one, but that would be a normal hat. So this is kind of how it's got to be about 2 inches. And then you decorate it. So the first thing I have to do is put something to hang this hat on his head. And I just fed it through the hat with Chanel stems. And I put a ribbon on it. And then I put flowers on it. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to make a scarecrow hat. Well, thank you. I'm not that special. All right, I'll show you where we're going to put this hat. Now you can put the hat center and you can put it off to one side. I like center, that's just me. You can do whatever you want. So what I like to do, and this is where you're going to, so here's the center of the wreath at the top where the hanger is. Remember the hanger we put in? On either side of this hanger is where we want to put the hat, all right? So you're going to take your hat and you're going to feed it through these holes, these 2 upper holes on either side of the hanging hole. You got that? I want to see a thumbs up if you guys get that. So on either side of the hanging hole is where you want to put your hat. If you want to do this like me. Once again, you can do this any way you want. Oh, and this pulls on everything. Okay. So I just got to find my center. And then I got to look for my holes. And there they are, right there looking at me in the face. Make sure it's, yep, it's where I want. So I take my Chanel stems. And I'm going to feed it through the top hole and the center hole. So that's the top hole and that's the center hole. And then you come around to the back and you just want to twist it, just twist it once or twice so it's secure on there. Then you're going to go to the other side, one away from the center, and that's just me. You can do it however way you want. So I'm putting it in the center one Chanel stem in the center and one on the top. I've seen people put them in the center and the bottom. Once again, make it your own. Do whatever you want. Okay, so before I snug this completely down, I just want to make sure it's where I want it to be. So 2 twists, and then look at it and see if that works for you. So remember, you only have 1 piece of mesh on the top. So it's going to sit there really nice. Once again, it's a scarecrow. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, that looks cute. So I'm going to tighten these up now. So just what I could do is tighten 1, 2, 3, and clip these off about 1 inch. True inch. and just feed that each end back through the holes. So you don't want to have anything scratch on the door. Nothing on this will scratch a door, because people are crazy about scratches. 1, 2, 3, clip it off and feed it through the holes again. Okay, that looks good. Back of the wreath, front of the wreath. I like it. And then you can pull this stuff up. Just make sure it looks good. Oh yeah, Laurie, sorry, Laurie. This is a little bit of a tidbit of information. If you buy your hat at the dollar store, if you get them from Laurie, it's totally different, but at the dollar store or Dollarama, and you cut your hat, just take your wood burner and go all around the edges of the hat, and that seals that hat. So this hat's not going to fray any more than it already has. All right? There you have it. Scarecrow wreath. Cute, I know. If you think this is cute and you're going to make one, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Who's going to make this? I see a lot of hearts. I want to see a lot of scarecrows. All right, you guys, that's it. Tomorrow on my page, I'm going to be making that witch's hat. Oh, Lord. And until that time, you guys have a great day. And thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Laurie, it's done. All right, that's it, guys. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye.